Gratitude.
Ownership.
Leadership.
Discipline.
All right, we're here.
We're here.
Coming off a huge bye week.
Yep.
More importantly, we're coming into a playoff game tonight.
Yes.
Second round.
Second round.
It's technically a second round playoff game. Sand Springs. We already knew this, but it actually got locked in last Friday. Mm-hmm. We're not going to have any highlights because there's no highlights to have because,
Highlight of the bye week.
Highlight bye week. Now, let's just go real quick. Did you have any practice players of the week?
Well, we did have some practice players of the week. It was really a good week to get healthy, so we were able to lift a lot. We do a program called Big Dog Certified where we put our guys on weight gain goals, both in maxes of lifting, but also physically gaining weight. Because generally during a football season you can actually lose. The average kid loses about 12 pounds during football season. So you work all summer to get a lot of muscles and all that kind of stuff.
Right. And
then just through if you're not diligent about it throughout the season and lifting and all the running you do and all the calorie expenditure and all that kind of stuff, like kids can actually lose a lot of weight and lose a lot of strength. And so Coach Tillinger does a great job with our strength program, making sure that we continue to keep our weight up. And so we had over 35 guys meet their weight gain goals. And then on top of that, with that combined with going up on our lifts, we had something like over 80% of the team kind of meet those goals. So it's really cool. So we're still getting stronger during the season, gaining good weight during the season, all that kind of stuff, getting more physical, all those kind of things. As we continue, as you mentioned in playoffs, obviously you get tested more and more and more. You need to be, both physically, mentally, and, obviously emotionally ready. And so I think the bye week was great for all three of those things. You can lift heavy, you can let your body recover a little bit, and then, mentally and emotionally, also have a little bit of a break, getting ready for the big stretch that's coming up. So it was really, really a great week for us.
Okay. So that's good, but no players to mention?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't hand out any awards.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But I just was going to throw you a bone, see if you can, throw out some names real quick. Yeah. And, of course, all this footage that we've been doing, we're putting together in a package.
Right.
And at the end of the season, which I'm hoping is going to go several more weeks.
Yeah, we're hoping.
All this stuff gets re-released back out into the wild, so the entire season, and it's going to stick on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Hopefully it's going to stick on YouTube to people's 10th and 20th year reunions so they can go back and watch the whole season. That's kind of the goal of Yellow Jackets TV, is not just to, because some people are like, oh, the game disappeared. Well, it only disappears for a little bit because of competitive advantage.
Right.
We don't want to give the other team advantage on having our film, but we also have it archived so people can enjoy the season when it's over. So that's coming out. So the coaches' shows are intermixed with that, so they can relive all the excitement.
We want to relive the coaches' shows
because this was a hit.
We're all here for.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, that's. It's not like we get 200, 300 times the views on our games.
Absolutely.
But that's okay. But all the games
YouTube's
are going to be
number one
up
show.
Too. Yeah,
Coach Corbin show.
Coach Corbin show. It should be.
Should be. Yes.
But it's actually the football game is our number one show. The actual game, which it's more about the players than about you, unfortunately.
Oh man,
that should be about me, but it's not. It's not.
Exactly.
Speaking of
respect,
all about me, we are going to be allowed to do the broadcast on the Sand Springs game.
Wow!
So we're going to be able to do it. We're going to put in every week. More than likely, our second and third playoff game, we can only do a radio show, but we will beg, scratch, whatever we need to do. We'll find a little niche, set up our little thing, and we can do a radio show from here on out. We just got to kind of get permission and beg, basically.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Next week, obviously, Thanksgiving. Hopefully your Jackets are still playing. Favorite Thanksgiving dish?
That's what we were doing. Read my mind.
Yes.
So favorite Thanksgiving dish is actually leftovers. What I like to do is I like to get a nice piece of maybe French bread.
Uh-huh.
I like to put a layer of turkey. I like to put a layer of stuffing.
Okay.
I like to put a layer of gravy, and then I like to sprinkle in maybe some cranberry sauce in there.
Wow.
Put that together. Some people call that the Dagwood sandwich, and so that is my absolute favorite. It is Thanksgiving in a sandwich.
Okay. Yeah, it's very specific.
I mean, I look forward to it every year. My in-laws specifically make sure that they have enough leftovers so I can have my after Thanksgiving meal Dagwood sandwich. So
okay, that's very good.
What do you got?
I mean, pretty boring, but probably the turkey. Big smoked turkey guy. We like smoke ours, and And I like to be a little bit of a barbecue guy, so we do that. Smoke the turkey, and that's probably my favorite. So we do that, and really enjoy it.
Okay.
What about dessert?
Dessert, I'm from Texas, and so there's only one dessert in Texas, and it is a pecan pie.
Not pecan.
Not pecan,
Oh, okay,
pecan pie a la mode. Although usually I
mode.
make a Texas joke, I say pecan pie a la mode.
Okay.
So it's really not that funny, but that's a Texas joke.
I like it.
Because
Make me laugh.
if someone hands me a pie, I always say, "Remember the Alamo."
There you go.
There we go. There's my dad joke.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of all desserts on Thanksgiving,
Okay.
so we like them. So no, Thanksgiving's an awesome time.
It is.
If you've never been to a Thanksgiving practice at Choctaw, it's a really cool deal. That's something that we talk about all the time, is just having an opportunity to practice on Thanksgiving. You got to get the job done tonight to have that
Definitely.
opportunity. But we still look forward to that, and that's something that all coaches and players kind of hope to be able to achieve, because you're one step further. You're obviously in the semifinals, one step further, being able to play for a state championship and a gold ball, and so hopefully we're still playing next week and be able to spend time with our football team, and the whole community comes out on Thanksgiving practice day. It's a really cool deal, and so we hope to be able to do that next week, and then be able to go enjoy some time with our families and all those things. But been a really awesome group of kids, and I keep telling them, I'm not done coaching them yet, so we want a few more weeks with them.
Yeah. And that sounds like loads of fun, cool community event.
It is. Very cool.
Especially if we're going to make the playoffs every year, like we have been.
Yes.
Here's what I've noticed media-wise. There's been a big divide between teams, and one of the biggest divide is the quarterback play.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have good quarterbacks from here on out,
Right.
both sides. So it's going to be some good quarterback play, and to go with the quarterback's only as good as his line. We're going to have some pretty good lines here
Oh
on
yeah,
out.
everybody's good.
I'm looking at Sand Springs, and they did all right, getting just rushed every time by 6-7 Putnam City players. They survived.
Yeah, they're really good.
So they're going to open up everything.
Yeah, Sand Springs really good up front. Big physical offensive line. Really good quarterback. He's a freshman. Kid's just going to be an absolute star. I imagine he'll be a Division I kid before it's all said and done. Really good player. Really good receivers. Running back. On defense, they're always super fundamentally sound. They're complex in their coverages and make you earn every single thing. You're never going to get them on a bust or anything like that. They're very well coached. So it's a super difficult test for us, and hopefully we can go play well and not turn the ball over and give ourselves a chance late to go win it in the fourth. But that's playoff football. Just as you mentioned, you expect that. That every game is going to be difficult. Every game, every team you play is good. That's why they're there.
Right.
We talk about meeting those challenges, and we've been talking about that and try to ingrain that in our program since day one. Where we don't know who you're going to play in a championship game, but I know it's going to be hard. That's because it's a championship game or it's playoffs, right? They're good teams; it will never be easy, and so our kids look forward to that challenge and are excited about the opportunity.
Yeah, and it just gets tougher and tougher. And I'd love to talk about, hey, what do you think about Stillwater? Hey, what do you think about Muskogee? But really, Sand Springs, you can't think about anything but
Right,
Sand
absolutely.
Springs until.
Absolutely. So we're always one game at a time for sure, and that's all you can do at this time of year. But hopefully we get Bill Jensen rocking. Get a lot of loud fans there and excited to host a playoff game. Been able to do it the last 2 years, and to my knowledge, it's the last time in over 40 years we've ever hosted a playoff game.
Yeah.
So now it's kind of getting to be like old hat, but it's still a cool deal. It's the last time we'll get to play at Bill Jensen this year. Hopefully pack it out, and the fans have been fantastic this year, and look forward to it again tonight.
And I always say it only takes 4 years to build high school tradition, because that means you take a freshman and graduate.
Right.
And so we host playoff games. That's what
Right.
we do now. That's who we are.
Yep.
We're always knocking at the door at first, second place. This year, of course, we got that district champion.
Right.
I want to bring that one up again. It's super special time. But unfortunately, we're in the driver's seat, and everybody loves the dog, and all these dogs are
Right.
just looking to put in that offensive player on defense or that defense player on offense just to mess with your scheming.
Yeah, you're gonna get everybody's best, obviously, and we hope to give them our best. So it's playoff football, and you got to try to find a way to win, whatever that is. And I always tell our guys, you're basically on a 5-day contract every week, and so it's like you're building a team to try to win that game on Friday with zero carryover. Where throughout the season, your mindset's always, hey, I'm trying to build towards week 11. Well, once you get to week 11, you're really trying to just build a team to win that Friday, right? And the next week, build a team to win that Friday. The next week, build a team to win that Friday. And so there doesn't necessarily have to be carryover. And as you mentioned, you have some new faces playing new positions, and we'll have the same thing, and other people will too. And you're trying to get your best 11 guys on the field.
And then the nice thing about our experience is people don't realize, like a regular game, you're losing. We got another week.
Right. There's no more weeks.
But here, you have a couple down plays. It's all about controlling emotions and emotional strength, and sometimes that experience and that leadership, even that leadership on the sideline, even if they're not out on the field, can help that emotional roller coaster, because you can get down on yourself so easy in a playoff game and it's over, even though you're the better team. And so, what are the guys feeling? How
everybody's excited. I mean, it's what we've been working for, so we weren't surprised to be in this position. But, guys are excited. They understand the challenge. They understand that, there's no tomorrow, and they've accepted that. And so we've had a countdown of how many days are left in the season, since in March.
Yeah.
And so we update it obviously every day, and they're fully aware of it, and our senior leadership has been fantastic this year. Just our overall team maturity is really, really good this year. And they know what's at stake. And so we talk about sprinting when you get to the finish line. A lot of times people, adults and kids alike, if you don't know, where the finish line is, sometimes you don't run as hard. Whether that's, actually physically or just a metaphor, but that's really is true. And, but I tell our kids, the finish line is in X amount of days. Like, where it's at, right? We're right there. So, like, sprint through the end, and they've kind of taken that to heart, and have done that. And so they appreciate the practices. They appreciate, have had a great week of practice. Kids have been super locked in and laser focused and, ready to go, give Sand Springs our best on Friday.
All right. Yellow Jackets TV hadn't missed a football game in 9 years.
Ironman.
And we're not going to start doing it now. So
Ironman Award.
You can watch us for free tonight.
Yes.
Next week. And of course, it doesn't hurt our feelings. You are welcome to go pay for the pay-per-view and watch it. But we will do a radio show. So if you want to listen to us for a little bit.
Yeah. You watch it and then mute it and then listen to the radio show.
You can do that. But again, let's support our boys no matter what.
Absolutely.
But we're going to be there, and we're going to be at the championship game. We'll bend over backwards. I'm coming home from Thanksgiving early, packing up the truck, heading down to wherever we're going to go, assuming we get through.
Right.
Well, we're going to hopefully play Muskogee, but we're not playing in Muskogee. We're going to play some
be a neutral site.
Neutral site. So we got all that ready. We're ready to go. I'm going to apply to actually stream it, but I just from history, I know that they're going to probably not go with us for the Muskogee game, but we will be there. We'll be there, document it all, and so even if you want to listen to the play calls after the exciting celebrations, you can always go back.
Absolutely.
But we're excited. We're in it to win it.
Let's do it.
We'll follow the team wherever you guys go. And so
appreciate it as always.
We got a crew ready to go.
All right, let's go.
All right. So until next time, happy Thanksgiving and stay classy.